She held the baby in the hospital. She brought casseroles. But behind the concern, behind the gentle advice, she was documenting everything. Every tear, every mistake, every vulnerable moment. Because she didn't just want to be a grandmother. She wanted to be the mother. Tonight's story is about obsession, control, and a woman who believed love was something you could take. This is the second mother. Margaret Whittaker had always believed that if she stood still long enough, the world would rearrange itself back into the shape she preferred. On Tuesday evenings, she stood at her living room window and watched the neighboring houses glow gold at dusk. Families moved behind curtains. Children ran through sprinklers. Dogs barked. She imagined what those homes felt like inside. Orderly, needed, centered around her. Across town, in a different house that should have been hers, her grandson was learning to recognize his mother's face. Margaret adjusted the curtain slightly. Daniel used to call every Tuesday. He hadn't in 3 months. Emma Whittaker did not know she was being studied. Her world was small in the way new motherhood makes it small, measured in naps, feeding intervals, and the warm weight of a baby against her collarbone. Noah was 6 months old now. He had Daniel's eyes. He had Emma's calm. The house was messy in the honest way of someone living inside it. Bottles drying by the sink. A burp cloth on the couch. Lullabies half hummed while folding laundry. She felt tired, but deeply content. That contentment was what Margaret could not tolerate. Chapter 3. Margaret before. Margaret had not always been this woman. At 24, she had been sharp and quick and ambitious. She once wrote essays about constitutional reform. She once imagined standing before a courtroom. Then Daniel came. Then Robert left. And Margaret made a quiet choice she never admitted was a choice. She replaced ambition with devotion. Daniel became her success, her witness, her purpose. When he left for college, she experienced something close to panic. Not sadness. Panic. The house had been too quiet. The phone too still. Her reflection too unfamiliar. When he met Emma, Margaret recognized something instinctively. Emma was not temporary. Margaret's campaign did not begin with kidnapping. It began with suggestion. One afternoon, while holding Noah, she said lightly, "He cries a lot when you're not in the room. That can sometimes mean insecurity." Emma blinked. "He's 6 months old." Margaret smiled gently. "Of course. I'm just mentioning what I've read." That evening, Daniel asked, "Do you think he cries more than normal?" Emma laughed it off. But doubt entered the room. Margaret understood something critical. You do not dismantle a